Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to this NXT review and opinions video. Hope everyone is well. Hope you enjoyed the show. I thought it was really good, you know. I really put this up there with one of the best NXT episodes that I've seen this year, and that is actually reflected in the match scores. There weren't that many matches. We really just focused on the important stuff, and wow, I think it delivered. I really do. So, first match, Bianca, Jade, Kelani, Fatal Influence. It got good 96%. So, towards the top end of good. Couldn't get into that kind of great range. But let's not forget that this match was straight after Trick Williams opened the show with Wesley, and then Jey Uso came out. Like a really fun start. Then, of course, after that, we went to the Roxanne segment with Cora, Jade, Giulia, Stephanie, Vaquer. I mean, oh, so good. How do you top that? Well, how about one of the best NXT matches of 2024? Certainly when it comes to the weekly TV show. Oba Femi against Tony D'Angelo was so good. You lot scored it great, 85%. So it couldn't get into the all-time range, but it was quite high up in the great category. Then we had Axiom against A-Town Down Under. We had great 56%, so definitely a step down, but not a drastic step down. Not, we're still in the great range. And then our main event, of course, after getting Sexyy Red, was Randy Orton against Javon Evans, and this got great 65%. So a little step back up again. I know that the RKO was missed, but it doesn't matter. I think most people are looking at that as being a very adventurous, optimistic RKO. I mean, had he have actually got it, it would undoubtedly be one of the best RKOs out of nowhere ever. Like, it would have been incredible. You can see he was going for it. He couldn't quite get it, but Javon was spinning around so much in the air. Like, that was a hard one. That was a real hard one. But listen, he hits an RKO, puts the match away. I understand that it's a talking point, but it in no way ruins the match. And you lot felt that way as well. So great 65%. So yeah, just new champion, loads of star power, love the venue. So good. Really enjoyed it. We'll have a look at your scores because I've got your scores from YouTube. I'm going to score this show, I'm thinking like an 8.25. I really, really enjoyed it. Honestly, it was special. I'm knocking on the 8.25 actually. I really enjoyed it. Right, Brendan says hi and yeet. Yeet. Oh, it wasn't to me. It was to Katie. So, Katie, please, can you yeet Brendan? Thank you. Anthony said it was a great episode with lots of good noodle updates. Yes, love the good noodle updates. But in all seriousness, Tony beating Oba was incredible. Tony couldn't beat Oba one-on-one, so he had to find a way to sneak away with the win. It makes Oba look strong while getting the title off him. I hope he's in the Rumble. Anthony, I hope you are well, my friend. Good Noodles was so much fun. So much fun. And yeah, I agree. A really great episode. Brady said it was amazing. Javon versus Randy was a great mix of styles. And I think the messed up RKO, it made it even more special. Javon was too quick for Randy and it's perfect. Brady, shout out to you. I like that. Carl said it was an awesome show. For the most part, it was fire with great matches. Then we completely derailed with Waller and the not-so-sexy Red. Is he talking about Austin Theory? Because I know he's not talking about Sexyy Red, the rapper. Thankfully, we got saved by Ethan and Randy versus Javon picking it up again. Fatal Influence are already so much better and have way more aura than PFC. Tony did it. Full respect to Oba and his incredible reign. Love the salute. Don is good. Stephanie is finally here. Her and Giulia are pure fire by themselves, let alone together. Can't wait for them against Roxanne and Cora. Jang said, absolutely loved it, Daze. It was so good. Tony won the NXT North American Championship. Jey yeeted with Trick. Jade Bianca against Jakara Lash on SmackDown. Yeah, that's bonkers, isn't it? HBK cooked. Overall, 10 out of 10. Mark says, nice show. What is it actually? Marge? Is that all one word, do we think? I don't know. I can't tell the name. I'm going to go with It's All Day Oos. Nice show. The show cooked for sure. Boy Howdy said it was awesome. John Elite said, cool to see Stephanie Vaquer physically in the arena. Did Giulia botch getting in the ring? I didn't notice, to be honest. I didn't expect Oba to drop the North American title tonight, just days after having the longest reign with the title. Can't wait for the split with A-Town Down Under. Princess Kutabich says, I loved it. 8 out of 10. Oba Femi needs to go to SmackDown. He's ready for it. I'm not a fan of the Italian mafia family thing. It's rather overdone. Giulia makes me happy. Javon Evans impresses me the more I see him, and it was a great match with Orton. I love Chase U, but where are they? Well, they just weren't on this show. It's a good question. I mean, we did get Riley kind of cut in a bit of a promo. And I don't know if Riley's still... Not Riley, Ridge cut in a bit of a promo. I don't know if he's still in a bit of a feud with them or not. But, yeah, they were definitely... Their absence was felt. I agree with you. Adam said, I'm just now starting it. I don't get CW, so I've got to wait until after midnight now. I watched AEW instead, and it was... well, I'm sorry to hear that. NXT, I thought, cooked. And you don't get CW. I thought everyone got it. Have you tried putting your antenna in? If you're in America, I mean, I'm sure you know better than me, but I heard that, like... If you put your antenna into your TV, it is just one of the stations everyone gets. So, again, I'm sat here in the UK. I mean, what do I know? I'm just a British boomer. Real Wrestling Fan said it was awesome. It was better than Raw. Your turn, SmackDown. P.S. Stephanie versus Giulia, WrestleMania 45, WWE Women's Championship. Book it. Logan James said, hello, Daze. Hello, Logan. Great NXT. My rating is going to be 8.2. I thought of Saray showing up with Giulia. Do you remember her? I do. Because there is a Marigold WWE partnership like TNA and NXT. Yeah, I wonder what the reaction would be if she came back. I feel so sorry for her because that gimmick was absolutely atrocious. It was absolutely awful. Why we couldn't just present her normally? You know, you look at the way we're presenting Giulia and she just looks like a star. The way that we were presenting Saray was just crazy. I don't know what happened there. I really don't. I'm very confused by the whole thing. But I hope she's doing well. Austin316 said one of the best NXTs this year, if not the best. The only negatives was the concerts, but thankfully Ethan saved us. Oh, I think you must have been watching a different channel, because on NXT they had Sexyy Red and she was going pow, 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 like this, right? And she was like dancing away and everyone was like, yeah, and it was like really good vibes. So I think you must have like... It happens, actually. Sometimes the channel can, like, change over, and perhaps you saw something, like, really awful, and then it cuts back as Ethan was interrupting, so you've... Yeah, it happens. I'm thinking it's probably that. Because Sexyy Red was on NXT, and she was going, pow, 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 and then, like, do you know what I mean? And she's, like, with the boobs and everything, and she was, like, all that, you know? It was really good. Tony wasn't the right guy to dethrone him. Oh my God, he's gone off the rails. He's gone off the rails. Tony wasn't the right guy. Oh my God, he's gone rogue. Oh, he's gone rogue. I just thought he'd scored it 6.5 as well, but it's 8.5, so okay. I think he's coming back. He's coming back around. And the women's division is killing it, right? Yeah, he's back. is back. Women's division is killing it right now. 8.5 for me. Austin, shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to you. Kelly the Wise Lady said, I really love this week's NXT. My girls have finally arrived. Stephanie, Vaquer, and Giulia are going to kill it in NXT. I got a lot of exercising, whooping, and yeeting. I was very happy to see Tony D win the North American title. As much as I wanted to love the main event, it just didn't do much. Giovanni's fast on his feet, and he has a lot of tricks, but he got manhandled. He did get some good shots in, and then the RKO botch. Randy did a good job trying to save it the best he could. I definitely enjoyed it more than Raw. 8 out of 10. Wrestling fan since day one says NXT was awesome. I was not expecting Tony D'Angelo to become champ. Seeing Cora Jade back where she belongs is unreal. Randy Orton versus Javon Evans, fire. Love seeing Kelani, Bianca, and Jade. NXT 775. Daze, who do you think will be the next NXT Women's Champione? That's tricky because, you know, you've got Giulia, you've got Stephanie right there. It would feel like one of them, to be honest. Tricky though, innit? Tricky. I might lean Stephanie. Just because Giulia's had her shot and she fell short. So Stephanie could now have an opportunity and she could get it. Giulia could be pleased for her. Stephanie could say, you'll be my first title defense. And then, well, I'm guessing Stephanie gets past Giulia. I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? Can't keep giving Giulia losses, but then I don't want Stephanie to just have the title for, you know, a tiny bit. Like for one title defense. So it's a good question. Because Giulia has had her shot and failed, I'm leaning towards Stephanie. But I suppose it could be someone else. I mean, I don't think it'll be Delta. Delta, I think you bring in as a heel because she's like a monster, moody. So I feel like you bring her in as a heel. Plus, it feels like Giulia's a face, Stephanie's a face. Are we really going to bring in 3 faces? I feel like we need one of them to be heel. So, yeah, I don't think it will be Delta that's next. So I'm going to go Stephanie. Bray Wyatt fan forever said decent show. And is this our last one? Nishi said, I thoroughly loved the show. Congratulations to Tony on becoming the first Italian North American champion by defeating Oba. Axiom shined yet again. Loved what they did with Cora, Roxy, and the 2 new stars. It was good having Randy and Jey on the show too. Let's have a little look. There's a few quotes. Any quote tweets? No, good. We don't really don't get into the quote tweets anymore, so don't do that. We don't get a chance to get to them. It's best to just leave the comments below, like all these lovely people. So there we go. That was it. Not loads of responses, to be honest, which is absolutely understandable because we don't really do NXT reviews, but we did one last week. I said we would do one this week. I don't know about next week. We'll have to wait and see like how big the show is. We might do because I think we're back at the Performance Center, and I think the Performance Center has had a refresh. So I'd imagine there'll be a lot of people that want to get their thoughts out there about the updated set. So yes, let's go. I enjoyed it. And one final thing to do is to see if you enjoyed it. And you did. Look at that. So Raw, look at this. 456 votes. Raw at the moment, good 56%. Good 56%, right? So NXT, great 68%. So this wasn't just better than Raw, it battered Raw. How did it do compared to last week, actually? NXT last week, great 65. This week, great 68. So actually, this week is on track to be just a smidge better than last week. That's amazing, isn't it? So there we go. Thanks a lot for joining me. Appreciate the support. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.